This episode will be about card types again, but this time more specific than last time. Don't worry, it isn't too complicated. Stay tuned to the very end of the video where I have something that I want to say. So there are a few types of cards. For monsters, there are power, intelligence, special, block, and dodge. Each card will say what it does, if anything at all, in the description area. Some of the cards don't do anything other than damage. To use a card, simply place it underneath the monster that is using it, so that way it is clear which monster is attacking or using a special. And declare the target if there is one. I translated the cards myself and tried to make it as easy as possible to understand. If you do have any questions on the exact way a card plays, just comment. I read all of them and I will answer. Power and intelligence cards are basically the same thing. They both do damage and possibly an effect. The only real difference is how your opponent can counter it, or if there is a card effect that boosts one type only. Block is when you reduce damage from power or intelligence move. Not all monsters can block, and not all blocks can be used against all cards. Special cards don't do damage, but they can be combined with a power or intelligence move when they say so. Otherwise, they act on their own. Just follow the effect on the card. Most of them count as a monster's attack this turn, but not all of them. Dodge is to completely avoid damage from a power or intelligence move, unless otherwise stated. Some dodges can only be used if an opponent's guts cost was a certain number, so be sure to pay attention to the description. There are also breeder and all monsters cards. The types of those are power, special, environment, block, and dodge. Notice it was all the same as monsters cards, except environment. When playing a breeder or all monsters card, just place it on the field somewhere below the monsters. Anywhere is fine. And declare what the effect is and who the target is, if any. Power, block, and dodge moves work the same as they do for monsters. Just follow the description on the card. Special cards also work the same as for monsters. The only difference is the duelist is the one using the card instead of the monster, so monsters can continue attacking unless otherwise stated. Again, breeder and special cards can only be used once a turn unless otherwise stated. Finally, there are environment cards. Just place them in the environment zone. There may be only one environment card on the field at a time, no matter what. So if there was another environment card on either side of the field, it goes to the discard pile of the player that it belongs to when you play a new one. Now, I know this game may seem complicated because there are so many kinds of cards, but really the best way to learn is to just duel. It really isn't complicated, and you'll learn as you go. You can always re-watch this video or other video tutorials I've made on this card game, but honestly, this is one of the easiest card games to learn in my opinion. Well, that's the end of this tutorial. Go ahead and download the card game in the description if you haven't already, and subscribe to my channel for more tutorials and other things.